It's the Atlanta Grubber podcast with surefire restaurant reviews from throughout the Atlanta metropolitan area. Hosted by Joe Duffy, there is a special focus on his home chomping grounds of Alpharetta and Roswell. You can follow the podcast on Twitter and Instagram at Atlanta Grubber and on atlantagrubber.com. Without further ado, here is your infallible restaurant whisperer, Joe Duffy.
This is the trailer, the introduction, so to speak, for the Atlanta Grubber podcast. I'm your host, Joe Duffy. Just a little bit about myself. Although I've written restaurant reviews for the Current Hub, Scoop OTP, and even a few for Eater Atlanta, I'm just a regular guy who eats out a lot, and these podcasts are going to be from that perspective. I intend on covering all of Atlanta and the metropolitan area, but it will certainly be reflective that my home chomping grounds are Alpharetta and Roswell.
Roswell, New Mexico, yeah.
Oh, for crying out loud, not that Roswell, Georgia. Now, what do I mean by the term grubber? It's all about the food. Sure, ambiance is a decent bonus, and admittedly, I do love my beer.
Damn, I'm thirsty. I want a beer. What about you? You want a beer?
But ultimately, it's all about the food. My top three criterion: how is the food? How is the food? And what is that third one? Oh, yes. How is the food? Now, I'm going to cover every single solitary type of cuisine, from pizza.
A lovely cheese pizza just for me.
Real and even Americanized Mexican. Real and, yes, even Americanized Asian food. And burgers.
Hamburgers, the cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast.
And while I definitely do like some upscale places, if you think I'm some type of fancy pants elitist.
Oh, come on, this is a misunderstanding. I'm just a regular, normal, ordinary guy.
But ultimately, you're going to get a lot more cheap eat suggestions. Please follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at Atlanta Grubber, and email your suggestions and feedback to Joe Duffy at joeduffy.net. Most importantly, subscribe to wherever you get your podcast. I was surprised at how few restaurant review podcasts there are anywhere in the country, much less here in Atlanta. So hopefully, Atlanta Grubber will fill that void.